foot, bending your knee all the way forward. So you're gonna, there you go. So you're gonna keep your hips nice and even, just relax your upper back. And I'm gonna have you slip your knee just slightly under your hip. Okay, perfect, just getting you aligned. Now bend at the knee. And then we're gonna have, I like to put my hand right here just to keep you isolated, and then your heel's gonna come gently towards your buttocks. You're gonna get that tension running from the hip all the way to the knee at about a 5-6. Tell me how comfortable that is. Are you feeling pretty good there?
Mm-hmm.
Hold it right there, let that quad lengthen, and then we're gonna take a nice deep breath in. Now you're just gonna push towards me and hold that foot up and in to my hand for 3, 2, 1, and then relax, release. I tend to keep my foot right here behind your foot just so you don't slip around.
Mm-hmm.
We're going back to that comfortable tension on the quad, let it lengthen. Remember to take nice deep breaths. And then we're gonna go deep inhale, push and hold, 3, 2, 1, and then exhale, relax, release. So I'm gonna have you extend your leg out, just relax the quad for just a second. And I'm gonna put a foam roller up and under the knee. This is a tool that helps us stretch the hip flexor. So you're gonna lift and you're gonna slide, and then your knee should be right there comfortably on that foam roller. Not real comfortable for some people. All we're gonna do now is I'm gonna place my hand at your glute. This is kind of odd at first, but I'm just gonna drop my hand at the glute, and then as I open and press that hip forward, you're gonna feel the tension on the front of the hip.
Mm-hmm.
Are you getting a little tension on the front of that hip?
Mm-hmm.
That's your tender hip. Is it feeling okay? No.
No.
That's your good hip. Okay, good. When I flip people over, I do that sometimes. Okay, now you're gonna contract the glute for me. So squeeze and hold, and then relax, release, open it up again. Good. Tension still pretty comfortable in the hip. Okay, now do a nice inhale again, contract the glute, hold, and relax, release. And just let that hip open again, stretching the hip flexor out.
So why are you pressing on his glute?
Because it's causing the hip flexor
To raise.
to activate and open and
Okay.
stretch. Yeah, and then he's sort of contracting, and here's his PNF. So it's a squeeze in the glute, hold, and then the PNF you release, and then you just open.
Yeah, I think it's, that's too, it's
Odd.
fine for, I mean, because he's a guy, you know what I mean? But like,
Guys touching women there is a
Yeah,
little.
it's-
Okay, don't
that's
move
a
for a
no-no.
second. I want to show you one more thing. All right, so now we're going to do an external internal rotation of the hip. So this is a bend. We're going to bend, and I'm going to just move. Oh, foot's dropping towards the bench, and you should be feeling this tension right about here.
Mm-hmm.
Are you getting a good tension? Okay, holding it right there, letting that rotation stay nice and steady for a second. Now I'm going to have you press in, foot into my hand for 3, 2, 1, and then exhale, relax back to that comfortable tension. And then we're going to go to the other side. So I think I skipped a PNF there. But anyway, you usually do 2. And now we're going to the internal rotation. So we're getting a nice hip tension one more time. I'm going to put my foot here because I feel you sliding around. That's what I normally do anyway. So getting that tension on that hip again. Then you're going to push with the foot up and in. And then you're going to relax, release, and let it drop back towards the floor. Perfect. So that's the little series we do on that side. And then I'll just have you slide to the other side of the bench. This leg will drop off. And so how do you feel about all those moves on this right hip? You think we're okay there? Yeah, let's go real easy. Hips even, upper back relaxed. Just slide that foot right underneath, knee underneath. There we go. And then the heel's coming towards your buttocks. Feeling good, nice tension on the front of the leg. Comfortable about there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hold it, let that lengthen for a second or two, and then we're gonna push into my hand with the foot and ankle. And exhale, relax, release. Yeah, you got a lot more range of motion on this hip. That's interesting that it's the one that is hurt. Do you feel like, I feel like your heel is almost touching your buttocks here, and it wasn't on the other side. Push in, hold for 3, 2, 1, and then relax, release. Nice. Okay, we'll let that leg extend out for just a second, and then we're gonna do that hip flexor stretch one more time. If you want to skip it on this side, you just let me know. What are you thinking?
We can do it.
Okay, lift it up, slide it under, get that up just a touch higher. Okay, I think we're good. My foot's under your foot, so you're not slipping around, and then we're just bending at the knee, and then coming my hand at your glute, and we're just kind of getting that hip to open up and stretch the hip flexor. Tension on the front of the hip, okay? And then we're gonna inhale, squeeze the glute, hold that PNF for 3, 2, 1, and relax again. You'd be surprised, most women are fine with this stretch.
I think most people will be fine. It's just the
Squeeze again.
optics.
It's what the opposites.
The optics.
Oh, let go one more time and let it open.
Yeah. It's a very
Okay.
conservative place.
It is a conservative more than most places. Yeah, like you said, Stretch Lab was not conservative.
No, and it's a different environment.
And there's also something to getting the foam roller up and under